two worlds meet. East Street boys bring the party. Bring the noise from Hialeah with some joy.
I mean, should I say
water like that?
Well, I'm telling you, bro. I'm focused, bro. I'm focused, man. Yeah, inside out.
You don't know where I am by now. I said,
You identify as.
you know, hey. When Alex takes a shower, the dude goes for 3 hours. I mean, it's like, you know he's going to be gone for a while. You have time. Do whatever you're going to do. Go grocery shopping. Go eat dinner.
Night, Latin spice and neon lights.
Well. Good evening, Miami, and welcome to East 10th Street Boys, straight out of Hialeah, live on FTSN. I'm Bobby El Gringo, joined always by my brother Alex the Boy. You know, we're on, we're off.
Yeah.
You know, life happens. I had a winter storm. Alex with family thing. You know, but you know, we're like, hey, can we do it? Yeah, let's do it. You ready to do it? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days. We're here. So
We're back.
As back as we can be. Yeah, there you go. Oh, Adrian in the house already. There you go. Appreciate my brother being in there. Appreciate you, my man. So much to talk about. You know, in general, just catching up, you know, since we've been dealing with the storm and life, you know, we had basketball practice yesterday. I was sick and I was like, you know, I'll do it. We didn't get to do it last week. We got there. The place was closed. They locked it up. I stood out there out in the cold.
A little miscommunication there.
Yeah. I'm like, call the commissioner. You don't answer. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
The parents are looking at me. I'm like, I don't work for the guy. I am a volunteer, dude. And
Yeah.
I said, you know what, guys, just go home. It's okay. You know what? I'm not feeling well. You guys are good. Yeah, me too. Okay, cool.
Man,
We'll
you
shouldn't
make them practice outside, bro.
There ain't no
Should've
basketball
practiced
hoop outside. Yeah, guys, go ahead. All right, cool. As soon as I get in the car, the parents are leaving. The lights turn on. I'm like, are you serious? Are you serious? So I was like, whatever. But you know, is what it is. We'll see how tomorrow goes.
Did you go back inside and just start shooting by yourself?
No. My
yeah,
son,
kids, the park's closed. Just go home, kids. Just go home.
Can you imagine if they turn around, they still see me shoot with Tristan out, you know,
just like, crossing over.
Douchebag
fadeaways.
Douchebag move. But man, we're gonna talk about the NBA trade deadline, catch up on some Dolphins because Alex, you know, and I haven't chatted about that.
We haven't talked in a while.
We have not.
Did we talk since our head coach was the new head coach was hired or no?
We did talk about the new head coach.
We did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
With coaching staff and having
days are just accumulating.
Yeah, that's right. That's basically what it is. That's all it is.
Man.
Before we get into trade deadline, Alex, how are you? How's the family? How's everything, brother?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. I'm enjoying the cool weather in Miami. You know, we're in the 50s. We've had a pretty cool week, almost 2 weeks. You know, so it's kind of like, I know I had texted you the other day. I'm like, hey, it was freezing over here. But then you kind of get, you know, when you're used to like 90-degree weather and now you get 30 degrees, 40 degrees for a few days and it gets back to 70, you're like, why is this so hot? Like, I'm getting really hot. I'm like, wait a second, 70 degrees is amazing. So I'm enjoying the weather. You know me. I love the cold. But family's doing well. My dad's back home, recouping from home. Kids are in school, work, you know, the whole shebang. You know how we do it. Basketball season is over for us. We're transitioning now into volleyball season, which is it's a fun, relaxing, more laid back type of sport. It's still intense, but obviously it eases your mind. Like basketball season is stressful, man. And for high school, it's only 3 months. But when you have training camp and you have Hell Week and all that, it kind of accumulates. But yeah.
Let me ask you this. I have to ask.
Go ahead.
I may be coming off as an ass, but that's okay.
Yeah.
You know, basketball, yeah, you know, football, you know, it's, you know, you're like, hey, you know, make sure, you know, basketball, you know, you're coaching them up. Make sure you go here. This is how you shoot. This is how you do this. Cut in line, you know, stop, shoot, you know, quit, you know, pass it, you know, pass and catch and shoot, move on. Football, you know, like you drop the plays, you go, hey, go here. Hey, slow down the pace.
Please don't say anything ignorant, Bobby. Please do not say anything
ignorant. I gotta say it. I gotta ask.
Please don't say
question.
it.
It's a question.
It's
a question.
Go ahead.
What are you coaching with volleyball? Like, make sure you put your thumb like this.
That
like,
right there, you see?
Like, what are you doing? Like,
Bobby,
can't they coach themselves?
Jesus
like,
Christ, man.
Is it the
Jesus
easiest job to coach? I have to ask.
Dude, you sound like one of those deep Southern guy that just found out that Puerto Rico is part of the United States, and it's like, who the hell's Bad Bunny? I want to watch Bad Bunny. Kid Rock.
Nothing to do with it, bro. Has nothing to do with it, bro.
The only bunny here is the Energizer Bunny. You know, like come on, Bobby. There's a technical part of volleyball that I learned a few years ago. when
so
I started
you just
assisting
found
them.
out yourself, so
Yeah, I
you're
found
gonna
out myself.
talk about me, but
I
you're gonna-
learned. Hey, dude, the story about volleyball was I was asked to coach because we didn't have a coach.
yeah. I bet.
One of the players,
Like, what's the point?
mom. No, this is the good part. Like one of the players' mom has been a volleyball player and a coach for over 30 years. So I'm her assistant, and in 2 or 3 years, she's taught me so much about the technical part of the game. The reason it's cool is because on the court, the movement is very similar to basketball. So it's like imagine a zone defense, but rotations. There's liberos. Do you even know the positions of volleyball or no? Have you played
Yeah, there's the
volleyball?
front. Yes, I have. Yeah,
Yes.
at the beach because everybody plays it. It's like, oh, I hit it.
Oh,
Hit it.
everybody plays it,
Spike.
bro. You make it sound like I swear to God, bro.
You know, Get your spot. Yeah, man, I got you. Okay, spike. Like
You show up in the paddleball court, it's like, oh, what is this? I got this. Don't worry about it. I got this. Badminton? Puh, get out of here, bro.
that's
on,
different.
Bro.
Like,
What is this? A
you
ball
know-
with a net? What the fuck's going on here?
like, it's like no, I for
Thank you.
athletes.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Yeah, for
Thank
the
you.
person who plays, for
Uh-huh.
sure. For the player, there's nothing against the player. I just don't understand what the coach is like. What are you coaching? What are you doing?
Angles,
Angles,
sub patterns, teaching
Make sure
them
you
how
hit it
to
like this.
approach the net.
Hit
Yeah,
it like this.
like that.
Yeah.
I'm bro, whatever. We'll talk during the halftime show. Ignorant ass
asking.
comment, dog.
Why? I'm just
Unbelievable.
asking. Like,
Unbelievable.
I understand we got to coach for basketball, but what are
Yeah.
you coaching volleyball? You
I
you
just told
started,
you
but
that.
you got
It's the same
offended.
thing.
Like you're a little. Why?
you
why you offended?
gotta teach hitting angles. You gotta teach passing. You gotta teach how to approach the net. Which when you have basketball players approaching the net, they eat the net a lot because they tend to jump forward. So it's a whole different ball game, man. It's like my respect to volleyball players. There's some elite athletes and volleyball players. You need to have endurance, man, because you are constantly on offense and defense. That doesn't stop. So it's the reason I kind of gravitated to it is because it's very similar how you move on the court that you move in a volleyball court. You see, but you see, he's appreciated. Why? Because his daughter plays. Now, does your daughter
Exactly.
play in a travel team? Because that's insane. Volleyball travel teams, Bobby, are twice as expensive as basketball travel. Like club teams is crazy, dude.
Why? Why is it more expensive?
I don't know, bro. I don't know if it's more meats. I don't know what it is, bro.
Is it the beach free?
Okay, Bobby, there's beach volleyball and then there's regular volleyball. Okay. Do you know the difference of that? There's an actual court. It's an Olympic sport.
Hey, how much is it? Can I put my daughter through
Yeah.
volleyball? There's like
Where's the
150
sand
for
here?
what?
Where's the
Meet me
sand?
at the beach,
Yeah.
bro.
Just
Wait,
bring the
I
sand, bro.
gotta pay
We
for
got
the
sand
beach?
volleyball. What is this? We need towels? What's
What,
going
are you
on?
gonna buy the uniforms? Nah, dude, just wear your mini suit. Oh, okay. I was like, damn.
Got
what are we
you.
paying
Got
for?
you. Well, not gonna lie, that was one of my favorite sports to watch, by the way. Girls beach volleyball when I was younger, and then the Olympics came around.
Nope.
What? You don't watch
I-
girls beach volleyball?
Sure. Well,
Okay.
it's just so when I skip the channel, oh, what's on? Oh, look. Okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, you
on.
wouldn't watch girls softball? You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about, Bobby. Come on.
Oh, Lord.
You're not watching it for the
See,
sport.
so hey, you see, I mean, come on. But anyway, I keep seeing something on my face and it's pissing me off. So I'm gonna try to figure it out.
I just saw it too. I was about to
saw it,
tell
right?
you.
You wanna try
Yeah. And the funny is because we have the main screen and then we have your background, which is the same. So I'm like, Jesus Christ, where am I? Like you're lost in You're just lost in the whole screen.
I could just disappear, But I think I fixed it. I think I'm good.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
My
There's no
green
more
screen's
glare.
legit. I like my grease. I like the way I set it up.
There's no more glare anymore.
But no, it was right here on the damn
Yeah,
head. I started right
yeah.
in the head. I was like, I did
I was-
my hit.
I was about to tell you, I'm like, Bobby, there's something. You got something here. You got like a
Something right
triangle, bro. Yeah, you got a sharpshooter there, bro.
Uh-oh, they're taking me out. It's like they found me.
I didn't say the Bad Bunny comment. It was him.
I said shit. I didn't say a damn thing. We'll
Which
wait for DSG to
I'll
pop
get
in.
it out of the way. I'll get out of the way.
Uh-oh.
There's a Puerto Rican pride of you, and I know your wife is prideful about this. I'm looking forward to it, and there's nothing funnier than ignorant ass people that have no clue that Puerto Rico is part of America. I just want to get that out of the way, because in order to be a proud American, all my people that are proud Americans, you got to know geography. That's right. Puerto Rico is part of America. Yeah. Yep. Get an American performer.
America, I mean, Puerto
I got it
Rico's
out.
not a country, it's a territory.
Exactly.
Anybody born in Puerto Rico is an American citizen. That is true. That is
Oh,
right.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
That's right. I've seen it. I've heard it. Hey, it's funny. Again, when I was in Miami, I was the gringo. When I'm in Tennessee, I'm the Hispanic. When you argue with your wife, do you guys argue in your language? What is our language? What does that mean?
I swear to God, dog. Bro,
I've heard it all.
I'm sorry, man. I'm just sorry. I can't. I look around and when I hear people comment things, and I'm like, dude, you know what actually hurt me today? Not hurt me personally. I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry, but Eric Dickerson. They asked Eric Dickerson about the halftime show, and he said, and once again, he goes, "Oh yeah, they should have an American perform." And I'm like, dude, why? Okay, if you're ignorant about something,
it's like I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, no, you're right.
Just don't answer.
That's a part of sports, so we'll talk about it. First of all, it is stupid, ignorant. It shows how stupid people are to say stuff like that. Because it's like how use your brain. It's not hard to especially oh, I care about the country. Then learn about your country. Figure it out. You know what I mean? I care about it. Then figure it out. Oh, what honor the Constitution. Well, you should read that too, because anyway. No. Anyway, sorry, I'm not.
That's for another show.
I know. I'm sorry, but anyway, you get me in. But what I'm going to say is, this. No. How many of us, guys, girls, whatever, include everybody here, who actually who watch the Super Bowl to watch the game?
Yeah.
If you're watching the Super Bowl to watch the game, how many of you are actually watching the halftime show?
Oh, I watch it.
Because I'm going to be very honest. I don't watch it.
You don't watch it?
I don't give a damn about the halftime show.
Honestly,
that's when I get up.
The commercials,
I go to the bathroom.
And the halftime show. Oh
no,
man.
I could care less about.
That's one of the musical performances I look forward to because the entertainer is paying for his production. They don't. The only one
I ever really cared for, as an adult, and I skipped that one, and then I went, oh damn, I went back and I watched it, was Shakira and J-Lo. That was it.
Why was that, Bobby? Why?
Damn well volleyball. So
man.
But no, the truth is, legitimately, but how many of these people that are complaining about the halftime show actually give a damn about the halftime show?
Usually,
I guarantee it's the same people that say, I'm going to boycott football. They say it every year. You said it 10 years ago. Why are you saying it again now? You already were boycotting it. Why do you care?
I don't understand. I don't understand the upheave of, oh my God, what is this? Why Bad Bunny? This and that. I'm like, Brady Pod just said it. He has the number one song. He won album of the year. He is probably the number one entertainer worldwide right now. Aside from being a great human being, I know it could be political. It could be whatever people want to make it to be, but do it for the entertainment. When you go to a comedian show, if you get offended, that's on you. They're jokes.
That's
true.
This is
I've
entertainment.
Seen that.
That's the same thing for for a guy.
Why?
I've seen videos
why
of that.
Pay
I always judge those people. Why are you? If you go to a comedy stand-up, why do you get offended by the person?
Yeah,
dude, you put yourself in that position.
Yeah, we've become now too loud, too ignorant, and then we think we know more than others, but we forget the basic facts of humanity and the entertainment world. This is an entertainment game. This is the biggest day in sports, you can say, here in the United States. I would argue it could be probably the biggest sports day in the world because this is a worldwide event. So it's a worldwide entertainment venue with a worldwide entertainment talent. But you can argue the demographics of, there's a lot, our wives, our daughters, a lot of teenagers, they watch it for the halftime show. A lot of people don't care about the game. Me generally, I look forward to the commercials. I love my commercials. That's why, I don't really care about the teams.
That's different.
I watch the game. I don't give a shit who wins. I really don't care if the Patriots win or the Seahawks win. I want a good competitive game. I want to see good football.
No,
I
don't want.
I want to see the commercials.
I want the Seahawks to win, 100%.
No, I don't care, man.
I care. I don't want the Patriots to win. Are you kidding?
Bro, the Patriots had a great season, dude.
They had a great season. I'm not taking anything away from their season. Just like
Mike
I'm not taking anything away from volleyball athletes. I'm just saying, why do you need a coach? That doesn't make any sense.
To me, you kind of took that away.
No, because again, I don't like. Okay, hey, how long have you been playing? Oh, you've been playing for 2 years, 3 seasons, so you pretty know. Yeah. All right, hey, this is your team. You're the captain. You show everybody what to do. Oh, what about Coach Alex? We don't need him. Why is he even here? He's just watching. Okay. Alex, go back. Go do something.
Great mindset. Thank you, Bobby. Thank you.
They don't really need a coach. They don't need a coach. Nobody needs that. Come on. It's
Really?
like, what are we doing?
What we're gonna do? Coaching. We're gonna coach. 10-year-olds play basketball. Do they really need a coach? Probably.
That they do. Yeah, for sure.
They need Jesus. They need Jesus. They don't need a coach. They need Jesus.
Yeah, they do.
That
they
is
do.
the hardest thing to do. Other parts of coaching are gratifying yet annoying at times, but coaching a bunch of 7, 8, or 9-year-olds, oh my God, that is the epitome of teaching patience, teaching perseverance, and teaching you take a lot of deep breaths while you're in the sideline. You see, look at this. Look how much is affecting him. He's talking and you can't even hear him. He's going off.
I muted my mic because that's why 8-year-olds need coaches, because they don't know what the hell to do. It's like, running back and forth from the thing. But, I don't know, dude. That's just something that I don't think it was an ignorant question. It was a legitimate, like, tell me. See, this is my thing. If I don't know, I'm going to ask you.
Okay.
Alex is one of the things, like, Alex is a good definition of what's wrong with the world today in the country. Like, they can't answer questions. Like, you ask them a question, you get offended. Like, how dare you?
How dare you ask me a question if the volleyball coach is necessary, Bobby? Where are you from?
What do you mean?
FTSN?
They don't need coaches.
Are you from FTSN?
Yeah.
FTSN?
Yeah.
You got to lower your voice, okay? You're being disrespectful. All right, next question, please. You in the back. You in the back.
Oh! I see what you're doing there.
You FTSN, fake news.
No.
Fake news.
But I'm
losers.
just saying. I mean, it's just a question. I don't know why you get offended. I just ask you, why do they need a coach?
Sue the shit out of you.
I don't get it. Like, it's like,
I'm gonna unite. When you come over.
Like, why is there
I'm gonna unite all my volleyball
classes to teach how to people to wash dishes and how to eat? Like,
culinary.
Why do we need that? Like, come on.
No.
Learn that at home.
There's etiquette classes, but wait a second. There's class. Well, hey, home economics was awesome when we were in school. Like, they teach you how to bake. They teach you how to do everything. A lot of people need that because some people now with Uber Eats and everything is delivered to them, they don't know how to have a home.
Yeah, we're back.
It's like we just picked off. We didn't leave off. We just picked off where we left off last show.
But Adrian, your kid is in volleyball. That's a fair question to ask, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just asking. Like, if I go to volleyball, like, yes, I have all the respect in the world. It takes a lot. It's not some easy game to play. It's not. My thing is, like, okay, anytime we played it, Alex, or anytime anybody's played it, it's usually, we go to the beach. Let's play volleyball. Even if you don't know how to play, it's easy, dude. Just bounce it up. I'll spike it, or this way. You know what I mean? Like, that's it. Like, that's why. But that's what I meant.
Nothing.
But no, I think it's good. I think people are just trying to find jobs. Like, oh no, you need to have to do rotation, and then it's zone defense. It's like, it's a square, bro. What zone defense are we doing? What are you talking? Like, enlighten me. I'm only asking.
I don't even know where to begin. Like,
see, that's your problem. Maybe you're not.
I don't know where to
sound
start.
like a good coach to me.
I really don't know where to start.
No,
it's not,
not
the coaching part. Not the coaching part. Is a response part to my question. One of my best friends asked me a question that is so fucking ignorant that I'm just gonna see where do I start.
It's fair. It's fair.
Okay.
It's just asking. Like, you should. Oh, Bobby, this is why. Because I
told you why.
No,
I told you why.
You came condescending.
You got to teach approach.
Condescending. You came up as a prick.
You asked me a question. Okay, first of all,
yes,
you prefaced it. You prefaced it by, I might come out as an asshole.
See,
so whenever
Adrian,
someone says
I
that,
appreciate you and how you explain that. Thank you. Maybe you should coach Alex.
I legit just said that. I legit just said that to you. Thank you, Adrian. Appreciate it.
Coach Alex.
Yes.
How to respond to questions, because apparently
absolutely.
Lou,
I don't got time. I don't got time for this.
Good evening, good sir.
I don't got time for this. What's up, Lou? I do got time for you, Lou.
Don't ask Alex anything. God forbid.
When is the show over?
God forbid.
What do we got? 30 minutes? 40 minutes? What is 15? I gotta go, bro. It's 10 o'clock. I gotta go.
Guy hasn't been on FTSN for a month. He's like, I gotta go, bro.
I gotta go, dog. I'm
gonna freaking drown this out.
I gotta go I gotta watch some volleyball videos to break it down and show you.
I'm gonna scout some volleyball players. Yeah, I'll say no. Anyway,
I'm gonna bring you when you come to Miami. I'll bring you one of the practice because we're gonna be in full season. I'm gonna bring you one of the practice. Hey guys, I have a guest coach. He's gonna teach you some pointer.
Yeah.
Okay. Watch him serve.
Are you coaching boys or girls? Boys or girls? Girls volleyball, right?
Boys volleyball.
Boys. Okay, that makes more sense. I mean, Okay, but like,
Whoa,
okay,
why?
I could
Why
coach.
does that make more sense, Bobby?
More sense for you.
Why?
What I'm
I
gonna say
I
is,
wouldn't be able to coach girls volleyball.
no,
What are you trying to say?
If I'm a dad, I'd be like, why is
Girls
this
volleyball
guy?
isn't good enough for you?
Why is this guy
Bobby?
over there, creepy dude, standing there?
Interesting.
Yeah. Anyway, what I was saying was, yeah, I could
Yeah.
do it. You give me one time, I'll just say, hey, guys, here as it is. Okay, it's very complex. What you're going to do when the ball goes up in the air, you're going to get under the ball. You're going to hit it to your teammates right there. Teammates, pay attention. That ball comes here. You're going to smack it down with the edge of your hand.
Smack it down with
Hendrix.
Okay.
Like Jimi
Gotcha.
Hendrix.
Gotcha.
And that's it. Okay.
Gotcha.
And then you and the other guys from the other time, you got to defend it. Kind of like hot potato. Don't let the
mind blown.
Easy, right?
Amazing.
But is that not the essence of the game? It's absolutely the essence of the game.
Absolutely.
You see,
absolutely. I got you, bro. If so easy, a caveman can do it.
So easy, a caveman can do it. I wonder how easy it is to run an NBA basketball team. If you're a GM or a coach or a VP of basketball operations. We had a lot of Heat fans in their feelings yesterday, and we are going to talk about that. But before we do that, let's get kind of through the league here. A lot of movement around the league. Every team minus the Miami Heat in the East made a trade. But let's get through it very quick if I could get through all of them. The Charlotte Hornets got Xavier Tillman from the Boston Celtics for cash. Malachi Branham went to Charlotte for Tyrese Jones from Dallas. Indiana Pacers traded for Zubac, the center, and Kobe Brown they sent the Clippers Benedict Mathurin and Isaiah Jackson, plus 2 first-round picks and a second-round pick. Forward Hunter Tyson went to the Brooklyn Nets for a second-round pick from Denver. Vivito was very happy about this, Alex. Jose Alvarado from New Orleans went to the Knicks. New York.
Yep,
which,
back home.
I think that was awesome. I actually would have loved Jose Alvarado with the Heat. I really would have. I think he's a very good player off the bench. Dalen Terry went to the Pelicans. Nick Richards, the Bucks, who were rumored to possibly trade Giannis, they acquired Nick Richards, Nigel Hayes Davis, Osman Dang. The Phoenix Suns, this was a 3-team deal, got Cole Anthony and Amir Coffey. And the Bulls got Nick Richards. So I guess I don't know if Nick Richards traded him to the Bucks or vice versa. I don't know where the hell they went. But Eric Gordon went to the Memphis Grizzlies. Luke Kennard went to the Lakers. Gabe Vincent went to the Hawks. Ayo from the Bulls went to Minnesota.
I really want him.
I know. I remember we were texting. Rob Dillingham and Leonard Miller went to Chicago. Let's see here. Chris Paul did get traded to the Raptors.
Yeah, he'll get bought out. He'll get
bought out. Yeah. Tracy Jackson Davis went to the Raptors. Golden State and the Atlanta Hawks had a sneaky good trade, especially I think for Golden State. Kristaps Porzingis going to Golden State. Kuminga and Buddy Hield going to Atlanta. The Atlanta Hawks in a 3-team deal got Jack Lundell. Utah got Lonzo Ball. Cleveland got 2 second-round picks. More than likely, Lonzo might get bought out. Colin Sexton and Dang, let's see, there's so many months, went to the Bulls. Obviously, Dang got moved again. Michael Conley went to the Hornets. Kobe White went to the Hornets. That was another good move. And Kobe White, that was a guy that I was watching for the Heat.
Move. Yes, yeah.
McCain went to OKC, which was interesting because McCain's having a down year in Philly. So now he goes to OKC where he could kind of get in the rotation, probably be
and
better
that's what shows you when you have a surplus of assets, of picks, you can use them. And OKC has so many picks that they can't use it for roster spots. So you acquire players. And McCain was a third wheel over there with Maxey and Edgecombe. So that's a great move for OKC.
A big trade for Washington and Dallas. Anthony Davis, Jaden Hardy, D'Angelo Russell, Dante Exum all go to the Wizards. The Mavericks gets Chris Middleton, AJ Johnson, Malachi Branham, and Marvin Bagley III. Davis today, there was some kind of tweet or Instagram post that came out where Davis was basically saying like the Lakers gave up on him.
Yeah.
The Mavericks gave up. He's not happy.
No.
So that's a situation to watch. If they could work it out, Washington would be very intriguing. But that's only if health. I love how everybody talks about, oh my God, who could beat this team? Blah, blah, blah. It's like, is this team going to be healthy? That's the thing with a team like the Wizards situation. James Harden goes to Cleveland. Garland goes to the Clippers. Simons goes to Chicago. The Celtics get Vucevic. Let's talk about that very quick. First off, Harden to the Cavs. What's your reaction on that?
Oh, I mean, they're going for it. It's a better matchup. Garland and Mitchell didn't play well together. Even though Garland is young, Harden gives them that presence and that scoring to kind of alleviate Mitchell. And he has the playoff experience. Even with pick and roll situation, ISO situations, this move right here to me could be the key in the East for them overtaking Detroit, because Detroit is the most complete team in the East. Boston acquiring Vucevic, amazing too. Even if Tatum doesn't come back, that completes that team where the low post presence, the center, they needed an anchor, even rebounding and all that. And obviously, they use their expiring deals well. But Harden to me going to Cleveland alleviates Mitchell. Come playoff time, they needed scoring, and it could be. There's a scenario where next year they might try to get LeBron, and they might try to, but Cleveland is still in a 2-year window. Everybody here has until 2027. So a lot of these teams are operating in those 2-year windows, and they're going for it. Unless you're Utah, OKC, Memphis, like even Orlando. A lot of people, Orlando put all their chips into Desmond Bain with Banchero. They might end up moving Banchero in a few years. Like, there's a lot of teams here that are going for it. And the East in the next few years, Charlotte is going to be up there. Charlotte has a nice little squad. People are discounting a lot of things, moves made by them. The Wizards, they made a good move. They accelerated their rebuild a little bit, but they have an intriguing combination of veteran players and young players. But it still wouldn't surprise me if AD is moved eventually. But there's a lot of teams that are moving that they're tanking, but they made the right moves at the right time. But Cleveland has a 2-year window. This Boston team might legit have a 2-year window as well, depending how Brown and Tatum, age. They're getting to their 30s. And a lot of people talk about the star player. The key here is your core. You need to have your role players excel and kind of have a youth movement. And we'll talk later more about the Heat. But I think overall, what was insane is you saw the teams that are in the bottom while still trying to, even Indiana acquired Zubik. Yeah, is that how you say his last name? The one from the Clippers?
Zubik, yeah.
That's a great move. And they still protected their pick, which to me was super smart. They have top 4 protected because that's really, this draft is that top 4.
1 to 4.
Yeah.
1 to 4, like 10 to 15.
And then exactly. They don't care about anything else in between because you won one of those 4 guys. Those are franchise altering. And to me, Peterson, whoever gets Peterson, and I know AJ Devanas. Oh my God, Peterson to me
first off, any of those 4 guys, especially those
for
2
sure.
brought up, but Peterson's that guy that I'm like, that dude right there is going to be something.
If we honestly, I just hope we miss the playoffs and we're the Heat, just to have a chance of being in the lottery, just to have a slight chance to be in the lottery.
Let me say, the one more was, which was a pretty big one too for Memphis.
Yes.
Kyle Anderson, Walter Clayton, Tyler Hendricks, and Ning all go to the Grizzlies. And the Utah Jazz got Jaren Jackson, Conker, Lundell, and Vince Williams Jr. Interesting trade right there. So a lot of moves all around the league. And the Heat were reportedly they were very interested in the Giannis thing. They were zoned in because many years have gone by. And it's been out there. It's not a big secret that Miami had its eyes on Giannis, and this was maybe the most realistic time this was going to happen. So it made sense to see what was there. There was also other reports that Miami could be thinking about Ja Morant. Reports came in after that they talked about it, but they weren't really going to pursue him. They were talking about Andrew Wiggins, trying to get a pick for him and try to include that. A lot of maneuvering. The Heat threw everybody and their mother to the Milwaukee Bucks except for Bam Adebayo. It was not enough for Milwaukee. No, Milwaukee ended up saying at the end, like, hey, we're just going to wait. We're not going to get the deal we want. We'll wait till the offseason. Maybe we'll make some other subsequent moves to appease them and keep them long term, which would be the best case scenario for Milwaukee. Sucks for everybody else. And of course, Giannis, after all of this, puts the mean not going anywhere. So here's what it is. A lot of Heat fans coming out, mad that they didn't get Giannis, mad they didn't get Ja, mad that they didn't get anything. A lot of them saying, Coach Riley, Pat Riley needs to step off, needs to step down. There has to be a change in Miami. Yesterday, Adrian on Rainy Day Podcast, if I remember, was saying like, status quo, similar to the Dolphins. A lot of noise out there, which again, I understand the anger. My thing was, the one thing I was more bothered by was not more, because I've said this to us before. I believe in our youth. I really do. My issue right now with the Heat is they don't even know how to use the youth. That's a Spo problem, and I love Spo. I don't think we have a Riley issue in Miami. We have a Spo issue in Miami. And I say that with all the love and respect in the world. He's the best coach we have in the state, in the city. I'm never going to advocate to get rid of Spo. I'm not saying that whatsoever. What I am saying, though, I think we have an issue, a Spo issue, not a Riley issue. Because Alex said this earlier, and I'll let him elaborate in just a minute. But, where Simone Fantasio had more minutes than Khalil Ware. In no situation, in no world should that be the case. So that's an issue. That's the issue in Miami. Because I believe in Jaime Jaquez. I believe in Khalil Ware. I believe in the upside eventually of Jovic. I believe in Caspers. Again, I understand though if Giannis is available, you have to make some of your assets available. But Alex, we had this debate a few episodes back for the mess that I was like, I'm okay with, reaching for the stars, but I'm not okay with blowing up our roster for one or two guys, because we've seen Brooklyn do it. We've seen, Dallas, and we've seen a bunch of teams do this, and they fail. 2 years, they trade everybody off, and the team's in the bottom of the barrel. Like, if you could get it for a couple pieces, you got to sacrifice a couple guys. I get it. But I'm not going to make a trade, or I'm not going to give up all of everybody for it. The Heat were willing to do that. Fine. I'm okay with not getting Giannis because I know the Heat tried. Ja, I think, again, that's a whole other beast. If you could get him to a little bit of a nothing, like a couple pieces and a draft pick, and now you have him and you pair him. If you keep Tyler Hero, great. If you don't, you add him in there. Cool. But I understand that it's kind of a different beast. You're thinking about his character. You're thinking about other things. My biggest issue was not getting Ja Morant. My biggest issue was not getting Giannis Antetokounmpo. My biggest issue was not getting out of the Terry Rozier deal. Like, no deal was made. It's like, we'll keep the $25 million on our books. You could have used that. You could have paired it with another guy and get some sort of extra help. It didn't have to be sexy. It didn't have to be a sexy trade, but a trade to help you for times like this. Okay, if Khalil Ware is not a guy that you trust to have a lot of minutes, then Spo, look around the league, go, I could work with that guy there. He doesn't have to be a starter, but there has to be some way you could have used that deal. That was my biggest issue, Alex. I have no issue with no trades being done other than that, because I don't think you should make a trade just to make a trade, just to make everybody happy. Oh, the Heat have to do something, because I believe in the youth. And like you said, we didn't trade any draft picks. We kept our pick. What if the Heat don't make the playoffs this year? What if we end up in the lottery? What if we get one of those top 5 picks? Who's going to be bitching then? Nobody. Because we're all going to be going crazy because we're going to get one of these top 4 guys, possibly. Or we include one of our young pieces and move up and get the guy, maybe. So, again, should Pat Riley move on? He's going to move on eventually, sooner rather than later, because he's getting up there in years. But no, I don't think yesterday was an indictment on Pat Riley at all. He tried. He tried to get, because if he would have got Giannis, everybody would have been in love with Pat Riley again. but he tried. It's not just Pat Riley. It's Nick Harrison. It's the GM Andy Ellisberg.
Adam Simon. Yeah,
All those guys are involved. Pat Riley's the face. Everyone
Yeah.
else is involved. So everybody needs to point their anger at everybody else.
Final say is with Nick Harrison. He's
Harrison,
had final say for a few years.
Yes.
Already.
So I'm not mad for them not doing it because I know they tried. All the reports where they were trying to do it, they were putting everything available to the Bucks. The Bucks said it's not enough. What can you do? Nothing. What I think they should have been doing was, hey, Pat, you handle this. I'm going to get on the phones. I'm going to try to work out this deal. See if we tag Terry Rozier and maybe Wiggins or whatever and try to get a subsequent move going. So at least we get something going and we get off that Rozier deal. That didn't work. That was my criticism. But right now, my biggest criticism with Miami is not Riley. It's with Coach Spo. And I'm not saying anything like these people online, get rid of, no, I'm not saying get rid of Riley or anybody. But Coach Spo needs to figure the hell out what the hell he's doing with what he has. Because there's no way Khalil Ware should be playing the way he's playing. He had 9 minutes the other night. I forgot what day game, and he had crazy numbers. How do you look at that and say, he's just not ready? He can't, he's not good for that part of the game. That makes no sense. Alex, when it comes to basketball on-court knowledge, is smarter than me. But I don't have to be basketball smart when it comes to on-court to know that's bullshit. Khalil Ware is too damn good of a prospect and a young player to not be on the court. Because how do you expect him to grow if you won't let him show? You got to get him on the court to get that experience out there. If you don't believe it, then put him back in the G League and let him play with the other, with the young guys so he gets some sort of minutes because you're wasting him. When I saw Khalil Ware in the Bucks deal, a name brought out there, I hated it. But then at a point, I kind of got comfortable with it because I'm like, if we're not going to freaking use him, then go ahead and then lose him. So, Alex, again, my issue is not with Riley. Right now, it's with Coach Spo. What say you about this whole thing with the Heat not making a move? Are you upset? Do you think Riley should go? Are you mad at all about not getting Ja or Giannis? Or is it to you, one of your famous things, but it's true, is it a silver lining, a blessing in disguise that they didn't move anybody at this point in time?
Well, there's many layers to this, so bear with me here. I'm going to go through a few of them. Number one, the main topic was Giannis. I'm a little bothered by the situation because by the looks of it, all it was Milwaukee and Giannis playing the field, and they controlled the trade deadline. That's all they did, because the moment that no trade came out, Giannis gave interviews the day before of, if you ask him what he truly wanted, what did he want? He's like, I want to stay in Milwaukee. So, and then today they honor him for being another All-Star. He comes out with a famous, the DiCaprio one from Wolf of Wall Street, like, oh, I'm fucking leaving. And like, so this whole thing, I'm like, you have professional teams tied up, and the Bucks never intended to move Giannis, and that was obvious. They were gouging the market to see what teams were willing to offer. And granted, I give this to Miami. Miami has always been criticized because they try to get the deals done at their price. Those are core principles that as a competitor you value because they're organizational principles, and they have that. Like Barry Jackson wrote a great piece today alluding to that in the Miami Herald about the 10 commandments of the Miami Heat. And yes, do they have to modernize certain aspects of how they go about it? Yeah, because they're in tune with the NBA. They're in tune, obviously, with negotiations. And Andy Ellisberg, Adam Simon, they are the best at their respective positions across the NBA. But this is a very players league. This is a very social media league now. Trades aren't done behind closed doors anymore. Trades are announced by players, by reporters, by everybody. So there's a part of me that even in the summer, I would pause the Giannis pursuit. I'm done with Giannis. Like, that's it.
100% agree with you. 1000%.
You're with Milwaukee.
I have no interest in pursuing him in the summer. None at all.
Perfect. My part is I don't like making trades just to make trades, because that to me is pointless. Now, if I have expiring contracts in Rozier, in Simone Fonseca, maybe I'm calling the Kings And maybe I could get DeRozan. DeRozan's on an expiring deal. Maybe I can get Vucevic from the Bulls if you're going to be competitive for the playoffs. But what happens? The Bulls also got a second-round pick. They also got Simons, which is an attractive prospect. That's like kind of us trading Hero at this point, which is another topic. Are you going to extend Hero? By the looks of it, you're probably not. What are you going to do with Norm Powell? There's a lot of questions here. And even Wiggins, I admire what Wiggins said today. He's like, look, I know with the trade deadline that you saw that, right? He's like, but I love this organization. And it's true. Trust me, this goes a long way. I know, fans, you got to bear with me because it's very difficult because we are right now kind of in the position before we acquired Jimmy, like 2018, but we have younger prospects. So we have a developing team. But what happens now? If you don't fully embrace this rebuild, even with Bam, you're stuck in purgatory because you're stuck in between competing. You have youth, but when you have a team that is imbalanced like that, you have inconsistencies. And that's what the Miami Heat are. The first half, they look like the best team in the NBA. Fluent offense, great defense. And it's true, which is insane to me. We are number 3 in offensive efficiency in the NBA, and we are 6th in defense in the NBA. Now, what does that come down to? There is no plausible way that you can excuse to me not playing Khalil Ware. As a coach, you see it. There are defensive lapses. Unfortunately, players around him have to work harder defensively when he's there. But
Is Alex frozen or am I? Just make sure in case I am not.
I'm frozen. I'm good.
Oh,
I'm good now?
Okay. Yeah, Alex. Okay, I hear you now.
Sorry, man. Look, Khalil changes the dynamic on the paint. There is a problem. Like, you know what genuinely has bothered the shit out of me? Because I can't even fathom this. We've played the Orlando Magic 4 games. We've lost 4 games.
Yeah.
We've been out-rebounded 4 games. Those games have ended because we've given up an offensive rebound when instead of having Khalil Ware out there with Bam, you can find ways, you can find sub-patterns, you can find combo lineups that can actually be functional. Khalil Ware plays great with Nikola Jovic. Jovic is another one in the doghouse. He's playing like shit. But you got to put him in lineups where you can go help him out.
That makes sense, though. Jovic is not getting time because when he's not playing the right way. So
absolutely,
yeah, he loses minutes.
But you know what's insane to me? You know what's the number 1 lineup that he have in plus and minus is Jovic starting with next to Bam. So a lot of people talk about this plus minus. There's also advanced metrics within those plus minus that it also depends on who you are in the court with. Because I can't say Khalil Ware, for example, today he was a -5. Yeah, but who was he on the court with at that time that he was a -5? Like, for example, Pelle Larson is a plus across the board, no matter who's on the court with. Why? He's a glue guy. He makes everything work because he does all the little things. Now, as a coach, this is my philosophy. I might be wrong. I'm not a Hall of Fame coach, but you adjust yourself to your personnel. The worst thing a coach can do is be stubborn to only one style of play or one method of defense. If you don't have the proper personnel to play that way, you need to analyze what you have. I know what Spo said today. They're not going to sacrifice winning. I admire that. You're a competitor. I get that. And we do have a good enough team to compete, but due to the inconsistency, we're going to be a playing team like this. With this roster, we are a playing team. So my method here is, why am I going to extend Powell? He's 32 years old if we're going to field this team. Why am I not playing Kaspers? Kaspers, I love Drew Smith. I love what Drew Smith gives you defensively. But Kaspers should be playing ahead of Drew Smith right now. Jovic should be playing ahead of Fonseca. Ware should be playing with them. That should be the second unit where Hawkins is leading that unit. You found something in Hawkins where he has a role now that he's the primary ball handler with that second unit. That works. You're not going to change that. You found that. Perfect. Larson, to me, needs to be starting. Why? And he is starting. He's the perfect glue guy. The problem is here, ideally, if we would have seen Hero and Powell together, which we've only seen him for maybe 4 games, that's the travesty of this season, that we haven't been able to analyze if Hero and Powell can work, which I don't think they can. But you're going into next season now with expiring deals. So I am happy that we didn't take back extra money. The only one I was willing to do that for was Ja Morant, because I think he's 26 years old. He aligns with Bam, and we could rehabilitate him. He's a generational talent. And I'm surprised that Memphis kept him. Because of the whole situation in Memphis. He's gonna be moved. Were they asking a little bit too much? Yeah, probably Memphis was pushing a little bit too much. Do I think if we really wanted him, we could have had a deal done? I think so, because to me, he was worth it. And even in 27, when the new free agency comes out, which free agency is pointless realistically right now because everybody gets traded, in 27, Ja would have been an expiring deal if you don't agree to an extension. So the plus of Ja Morant with Bam, to me, outweighed that taking extra money. Now, what are they hoping for next offseason? Rozier's numbers will be off the books. They can release Rozier. They probably will. They have to release Rozier, I believe, after February 20th to be able to sign 2 players to minimum contracts and not go over the salary cap. Do not go into the tax penalty and all that. So that's realistic. The Miami Heat will add 2 players after, I believe, the first week of March. So we are going to be players in the buyout market. But how attractive are we going to be? Are we waiting for another situation like the Powell situation in this offseason that no one saw coming, and we're able to acquire a disgruntled star? Are we able to take advantage of someone that's willing to sign a prove-it deal to be part of this? Andrew Wiggins will be an expiring contract, so that's an attractive asset. The biggest question is going to be Hero and Powell. Do you extend Powell? Do you move Hero? Because now Hero's at an all-time low leverage. You could have traded Hero a year ago for a first or 2 first-round picks, realistically. So there's value there. So once again, I understand the philosophy of the Miami Heat. We don't trade good players just for draft picks. I get that. We're going to compete no matter what. Have the basketball gods been good to us? Yeah, they've been pretty fair, but still, you're not going into 4 or 5 years of the same play-in mentality, even with Jimmy Butler. And the biggest signing you had in the Jimmy Butler era was Kyle Lowry. So this is a situation where I don't think Bam will do it, but you have to start monitoring where Bam's extension is going to kick in next year. There's a possibility in a few years, if he doesn't see this, he could ask out. And now you have a youth movement, and you have a good nucleus in youth, better nucleus than we had before. I'm not saying our young core is better than the rest of the young cores in the NBA, but we have an interesting young core that is just missing a 1A superstar, and they could shine, and they could be productive, and they could play winning basketball. I'm interested to see what Kasparis does with Khalil Ware. So I don't know what's going on with Spo and Khalil. It seems a little personal because there's evidence of what Khalil can do. He did it in November. He did it early December when he was starting next to Bam. So I know there's lapses, but there's growth potential there. There's ways that you can get around that. There's nothing that justifies playing Khalil 10 minutes, 9 minutes at all. Yeah, but you see my problem right there. Jovic, Ware, and Drew. Like, you don't need that lineup. Even though that one of the best lineups in the NBA is Drew as your point guard and Pele, but we lost Pele too in the second half. In the before halftime. He went in with an elbow contusion. So we lost him, and Powell went to the Powell also, I think he was lost in the beginning of the third quarter. So that's why Jovic came in, because Jovic wasn't going to play today. Jovic is the odd man out right now. Jovic just came in because Hero's not here, and Powell got hurt. So just to me, Bobby, as we're going to be competitive. And the problem is with like Wiggins, for example, Wiggins keeps you good enough just to be mediocre in the middle because he is talented. He does make plays. He's a great Wiggins is one of the best on-ball defenders in the NBA. I think he is the best by the metrics, the best point of attack defender or wing defender in the NBA this year. So, which I'm surprised a lot of teams didn't ask for him. So I don't know if it was out there that they weren't going to move him, but I'm surprised a lot of teams didn't ask him. And yeah, Lou, Jovic just needs time to play and make mistakes, and they gave him a contract. Now they're stuck with him, and the poison pill that you couldn't move this deal this year. So his game is mental. Khalil Ware is not a mental problem. Khalil Ware is a functionality movement problem defensively, and sometimes he gets lazy. But you can work with that. You can kind of push that with the proper lineups.
Something you brought up earlier about I don't know what you said, but it made me think
Yeah.
of what I saw earlier today. Somebody posted the Heat top 10 commandments, Heat versus haters. Shout out to them.
Yes.
On X. But never trade good players for future draft picks. Never give up a season. Never give up on a season. Do not accept taking a step back with the hope that it could lead to better days ahead. Go all in for an all-time great player, but be very selective about pursuing other good players. Do not make a trade simply for the sake of making a trade. Don't give up on a roster prematurely. Don't sell high on players. Bam Adebayo is essentially untouchable. Maintain roster payroll flexibility if possible. And don't worry about losing a free agent for nothing.
I mean, it's admirable as an organization because there are a lot of things there that I understand them because that is a true competitive team. But once again, you also, one of your commandments is don't be boneheaded and stubborn with a roster that's not going to work. And I can understand that. And Spo made a comment today as a coach, I can get it. Like, we're not gifting minutes. I understand that. And behind it, like I said, behind the scenes, we don't know what's going on. But this whole Khalil Ware thing is very, very, very weird.
That's my issue right there, though. And again, like you said, that you may think it's personal, and I've read some of the same things that you're seeing, and it comes off as that way. But it's like, how the hell does that? What could be personal that you're not going to play a young player with upside? Because it doesn't make sense.
Even as an asset, even if it's an asset. If
Yeah,
you don't want to
it
keep
just-
him, you are not only affecting him personally, but you are devaluing your own asset. No one's gonna ask for him.
You were throwing him out there. Now, if you tried to trade him as he played earlier in the season, the Bucks probably would have took that deal.
Yeah.
But before the Bucks conversation started happening, they started benching him, and Spo kind of said something that he shouldn't have said, which I believe did devalue him, because the league started. Wait a second. Does he have what does he have off the court issues? Is he disobedient to the coach? You devalue him. So what is the point? What are you doing?
I'm looking up.
That's
right
why
now
again I love and respect the Spo, but I have a Spo issue, not a Pat Riley issue, right now with the Miami Heat. And like you bring up the young players. Let's say the Heat miss the playoffs. Let's say they get in the lottery and they're close enough where maybe they get a top 4 pick, right? Cameron Boozer, AJ, Patterson, any one of those guys, great. But will Coach Spo want to play them? Or is he going to be playing hot potato, putting in Drew Smith over Patterson, or Jovic over Cameron Boozer?
Look, I was just looking up, Bobby, from here. Look, when he started, right? After, the Indiana game, he had a bad stretches of games at the end. Detroit, Minnesota, New Orleans. He had a bad stretch of games there. Even against New Orleans, he played pretty well. He has, rebound. Even when he was off offensively, his rebounding numbers were always 9 and above. He was playing 24, 29, 33, 21, 35, 28, 30 minutes. We can live with that. We need that. There's no way in hell that Khalil Ware should be playing 7, 12, 3. Now, against Chicago, he played 18 minutes, and look how well he performed. 6 rebounds, 17 points, 1 assist. I'm looking for turnovers, not a lot of turnovers, which is good. He has minimal turnovers. Obviously, he doesn't handle the basketball as much. So with him, it's either a defensive lapse or something, but it still doesn't justify for me because you were playing above 500 basketball when he was averaging multiple minutes. So I don't get that. I really do not.
There's something there. And in regards to Jovic, again, there's something in the water in Miami for him.
Oh no, Jovic is just in his head. Like he's out of position.
Remember,
he's in his
I'll
head.
just say, remember last year, a lot of people were saying the same thing about Hawkes. A lot of people
yeah.
were saying the same
Yeah.
thing about Jaquez. And look what Jaquez. And I'm not saying one or the other.
No. He needs
But-
an off season. He needs an
but
off season.
I'm just saying
You're not going to get a
next
Jovic
year
this year.
if he's there. And again, and you're gonna have to because of the contract. But you know, I don't let's not give up on Jovic yet. You know, believe it. We'll see what happens. But you're right. I think it's all up in his head. But there's something going on there, and it sucks. And
I
you
just
know
don't
what?
get
The
it, man.
blessing in
I don't get
disguise
it.
would be this: Miami didn't make a trade.
Yes. Yeah.
Let's say Miami just
We
falls
still
off
got
the
all our first round
wayside.
picks. We still got our first round picks.
We still got our first round picks, and let's say Miami is in that lottery, and then we get one of those top picks, and guess what? We got our superstar right there. You know what I'm saying? That's where I stand. I'm done. Really, I said this before. Like I understand it. I understand doing your due diligence for the whales, quote unquote. But I'm not all about chasing whales anymore. I'm not going to blow up our young core for one guy, and then the guy gets hurt, and then we got nothing. I rather we build it. Yeah, we're going to deal with some ugly years right now, or mid years, playing, maybe missing it. Fine. But guess what? These young guys, when they start to get their footing, Caspers, and no way. I think Tyler Hero is done.
No. Tyler. Look,
he has
Tyler,
one more year after this. He's in his contract year, his expiring contract. I think he gets moved, and maybe he gets moved to that. So Miami could move up into that top in one of those top picks. Hopefully, we'll see.
If Tyler signs an extension with us, I believe it's going to be a short-term extension, a 1-2 year deal. He's not going to get a 4 year, and even with his extension, he wasn't going to ask for the mask. He's not going to get a mask.
Healthy.
No.
It's and I hate this. I mean, my thing is like if you could add Ja for for what was a Trae Young type deal, and you still have Tyler Hero, and that was a different beast.
I really think, because obviously I'm checking the landscape. Like I'm saying, Miami's in a better position this offseason than they have been in many off seasons before. So don't get me wrong. They can revisit a lot of things here. They can do a lot of moves because they do have expiring deals. They have cap space. I know Bam's extension is going to kick in. Jovic's extension is going to kick in. Mitchell will be an expiring deal. Wiggins will be an expiring deal. What you do with Norm depends because you have his bird rights. So that could go either way.
I don't know about that.
My thing is with Miami, we are in a good position with youth. Bam's still in his prime, where it all depends on who becomes available next year. I'm not saying anybody's going to demand a trade. I'm not saying, we're not going to sign any crazy free agent, but we are in a position where we can make moves in the offseason to change this team drastically. But I do believe that we're going to regret not going for Ja Morant. I said that with Kyrie Irving before. We should have gone for Kyrie when we signed Kyle Lowry. And it was the whole time about the comments he made, and I don't know how much basketball he really likes. We should have gone for Kyrie then. That would have changed our team dynamics. I think we had the opportunity to go for Ja, and even if we had to give a pick or something, I think he would have been revitalized in this organization. Proper team physicians, proper culture. He loves basketball. I know he had a lot of off the court issues, but he's pretty close with Bam as well. So I think they would have had a nice tandem, and his athleticism would have been amazing for us. That pick and roll basketball with him and Bam, and then you still got Mitchell. If you have to move him, I think, like I said, just me, that could have been very beneficial for us, even if we take on the extra years. But it's gone now, so we'll see.
We'll see. Let me see here. Appreciate everybody watching right now. Uncle Joey, appreciate you, my man. See you in there. Jovic is trash. Trade hero. Bam is soft. I love the commentary. Lou in the house. Looking forward to seeing Lou soon. Adrian, I hope I could see you, my man. We're down in Florida. Let's see. Alex, don't you think Ja's a head case? Would he get in trouble here? In my opinion, he would get in trouble here.
I don't know, with the proper structure, and he comes. It's a defining moment in your career because you are extension eligible. If you don't correct it, it could be your last contract. I don't know how much of the situation it is over there, aside from Ja Morant. Is he a difficult player to deal with? I don't know. I've never been around him. We dealt with Jimmy, so I'm pretty sure a lot of people wouldn't want that. But aside from that, there's never been an issue with Ja with personnel, I think, and team management and all that. He has disagreement with his coach, but his problems were off the court problems. And realistically, after that big suspension, there hasn't been any more issues after that. So he has cleaned up certain acts, and he is still a marketing magnet. So that would have created even more publicity for Miami, national media attention, exposure. So I don't know. I just players like that don't become available that often for that price. Even if Memphis was asking a little bit too much, there's a reason. Like if you put him next to Trae Young, I'm taking Ja Morant any day. I mean, Trae Young is a shooter and all that, but he's not the athlete that Ja Morant is, and he can't even play defense remotely as good as Ja Morant is when he's focused. So they were banking on it being a cultural thing and a team thing and changing that up. And Miami's done that before with other players. So I think they would have been all right.
Again, if it was for like a Trae Young type deal, I think you could take that risk.
Yeah.
But if it was for anything more, I wouldn't have done it. Alex and I, it's the same thing with the Kyrie thing. And even though you kind of see it from a different way now with Kyrie, Ja obviously has some issues. That's why a player like him is available at his age. You know, no matter what. This is where Alex and I are different, because for me, I wouldn't go over a certain price point with him. Like, I think that's what happened with the Heat. They looked at it and they're like, do we want to risk that?
Of course.
But because
they were asking for too much.
I don't think they were. I just think Miami agreed not to do it. I think Miami didn't want to do it because there was things that Memphis was willing to bite something back. I just think Miami chose not to do it, and honestly, I get it. I don't know how, because I've seen what he's doing. Because you just said not a player like him comes around very often available. Well, there's a reason why he's available. You know, I mean, they didn't have such a bad. A couple years back, they didn't have a bad team.
Rebuild. No, they didn't,
because they couldn't do it.
Yeah, they've traded.
They had
everybody.
a decent roster. Jaren Jackson, you know, they had Desmond Bain. They had a very good.
Dude, they were a 53-team win 2 years ago.
Yeah,
or 3 years ago.
And it couldn't go. And then the drama that happened off. So that's my thing. Is like, do you want to take that on when there's already probably maybe it's something brewing in Miami? Do you really want to add that into whatever's happening in the locker room already?
Oh, that would have injected life into this team. I'm telling you.
I don't know.
People don't realize what type of did you see him play?
You just got over Jimmy Butler. Do you want to add another, situation?
Yeah, but he's not like a diva in that aspect, like a Jimmy Butler situation where it's with team management. His problems were off the court with his entourage, with his people.
And we expect it to get better in South Beach?
No, but people talk about South Beach. He has a home.
I know that. But
this team is different, man. This team is different. Like there's ways you control
that. It's not the same team, but it's
a
not
structure.
the same team, though.
No, I know, but the structure.
It's not the same thing anymore. I mean,
What?
we say that the team, the culture, the structure, it's not the same. It's not where we use, maybe say Heat culture, but
but we're not seeing the success on the court. But behind closed door, the culture's still the same. Like there's still structure there that you don't fuck around here in Miami when you're part of the Heat. Like you get away with a few things here and there, but it's not like if you're in Memphis, like he was doing whatever he wanted to do. Like if you're gonna come here, it's a different mindset, and suppose a different coach.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Again, may work with players who are not on the level of a Ja Morant, of a Jimmy Butler or whatever. But when you're on a different level, when you're quote unquote become probably the star of the team, it's a different beast. It's, a lot of guys don't like being told what to do, especially if they got entourages and everything else. You have to consider that. It's like, yeah, this player's a good player on the court, but we got to deal with him off the court. And I think that came into play. That's why
it could.
Again, yeah, if you tell me Trae Young, and again, I'm not either one, like, yeah, you would think, oh, all around player, give me Ja Morant. But if you're telling me Trae Young and him, and I'm thinking about everything else, and you're talking about the type of deal you got for Trae Young, give me Trae Young. Because he is a shooter. You got players that could.
He's
play
a great passer too. Trae Young is a very underrated passer.
You play off of him, but you're not dealing with the bull crap off the court that you would be terrible. But again, the Terry deal was where I was a little like, you could have got off of that and maybe add a little to this team. I'm at the point now, like, I'm never gonna want my team to lose. I want us to win every game. I want us to get in the playoffs. I don't care if it's a play-in because it's a chance at the playoffs. But I wouldn't be mad if they totally fucking laid an egg,
Play,
get in the lottery.
bro.
This is the
You
year
know
to
what's the
do
only thing that can help us? And God forbid, I don't want to hurt anybody, and I don't wish bad upon anybody. If Bam has like a hamstring issue or something, he has to miss multiple weeks, and you can just shut him down. That might be the biggest blessing there.
But
Or
no, it
if
won't, because
Norm goes down,
Khalil Ware's going to go in and he's
Yeah.
going to blow it up and he's going to become a superstar and ready to watch. And that's what's going to happen. He'll take over. And
I'm telling you, if
you know,
I want to get to the point where we have to shut down Norman Powell, like 10 games, further, he gets hurt or something, we got to shut him down. We got to shut down Bam.
the
and you
blessing
have
in
to play
disguise
the
would be
youth.
Bam Adebayo saying, I want to get out of Miami. Because
No.
then you could say, hey, you know what?
Hey,
we don't want to lose you. But
I've thought about it. I wouldn't trade Bam, but if I'm moving one person, Bam could get you 4 first-round picks easily.
I'm saying,
man.
no, you want that pick? You want that pick?
But that's Bam, bro. But that's Bam.
You want that pick?
I would. That happens 2 years down the line. If you don't see this team improve, I think Bam will ask out. By the time he's 29, I'll give it 2 years, because this is the build with Khalil and Hyman and all that.
Because I love Bam, I really do. But we can't talk. I think the Heat and some fans in general, we can't treat Bam like he's LeBron or top 5.
No, he's not.
That's not. My thing is, it's like if I'm not giving up Bam plus everybody else for one guy. No, because then you want it. But at the same time, if the team says, hey, look, man, if you want Giannis Antetokounmpo, give us Bam, give us this one young guy, give us a first-round pick, and call it a day.
Look, Bam is not a franchise changer. Bam is a player, like, for example, OKC acquires Bam, and they don't lose in the final for the next 5-6 years. Because they already have a number one scorer.
I exactly know what you're saying there.
I know he fits in.
Yes.
Bam is not going to lead your team offensively because he's asked
to do
other things.
He is not the lead dog. He
no,
should not be,
no,
he's a secondary,
third,
Correct. But he's an important piece.
But he's your most important piece.
He would be, if in OKC, and that's the reason that he would like the OKC, he'd be like Jalen Williams. You know what I mean? He's not your one or two.
On roids.
Yeah. You know what I mean? But you know what I'm saying? He's the third guy. Yeah. Jalen Williams is a damn good. I'd take Jalen Williams today.
Player. He's a great player.
I would take Jalen Williams today.
He's probably the best wing player right now.
I'm saying, but he's the third best on OKC.
Correct.
You know, but you take everyone off that team. He's not that.
He'll anchor everything defensively for them.
I know.
And he'll change everything for them. So those are once again, like, the common fan is just going to see the stats, right? And they're going to go, oh, look, plus minus, he scored a lot of points, he had a turnover. But when you start dissecting the game and you start seeing it, you realize what changes when he's on the court and when he's not. But when you don't have offensive firepower, when you don't got, honestly, the part that has killed us is the fact that Hero and Powell haven't been able to play together. So we don't know if it works or not. We don't know what combinations with Hero and Powell can actually work, or if they don't defensively. Like, we have no clue. And I believe it's going to get to a point where we're never going to find out if it works or not.
Together, just not a long.
It's only been like 4 or 5 games. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Like, that's a horrible sample size. You can't build consistency through there. You can't build a rotation through that. So once again, it seems to be the same story.
That. You see, basketball's like that. It's hard. You got to get them a few games to see how they gel and they communicate off the court. And with hey, I know this guy's here. We're in volleyball. You can just throw anybody in.
Exactly.
You can get a grandma. Hey, grandma.
Hey, grandma. Just,
the team needs something. You good?
Also, put your face there. Put your face there.
Yeah,
just dive, grandma.
Headbutt.
Use your walker. Use your walker.
Exactly. Hey, Coach Alice, you want to show her a couple things? Before?
I got you.
I got it.
She got you, Granny. I got you. Good form, Granny. Dive, lady, dive.
Wait.
Die? No, dive.
Put this on. This is what you got to wear, Green. It's like,
gotcha. Yeah.
You're wearing the wrong thing. You got to take off the granny sweater.
Yeah.
Holy Grandma, it's not you. We're talking about. It's a joke. It's nothing to do.
Yeah.
I saw you like it. Appreciate you watching. If you're still watching, I'm not talking about you, Grams. But anyway. But man, oh man. Well, we'll just have to wait and see.
You never want to fail. You never want to wish your team bad, but you also got to be realistic. And even in the coaching staff and the personnel, they know this team is not good enough. They know that. Yeah. Now, I do respect the fact that they're just not going to panic because they have the experience, man. They know what they're doing. Is it going to take a while? It might. Are they behind certain teams in youth? They are, but also those teams, like OKC's winning now, but OKC went through misery for like 5 years, and they don't believe in that. So
exactly,
I respect it.
Yeah, and look at him now.
Yeah,
look at him now. But anyway,
man,
an hour in, late as heck.
Yes.
But that's okay. It's okay. Alex lied. We were supposed to go on at 30 minutes later. He told me
I did not lie. You look. Whoa, you want to remember?
I saw the text.
Oh, okay. Okay. Cool. Yeah.
It's always 9 o'clock. I mean 9:30. I'm like, what are you 9:30 for? What, bro? Let's go. Let's get it done.
30
doing, bro? 30 minutes. What are you doing? Clean yourself off and let's go, bro.
That's right, bro. Hey, you gotta take time. Hey, you make fun of it, but going down through volleyball videos is very difficult to break down film and all that. Sorry.
He was watching volleyball scouting film. He's like, that's good form. He has good form.
I like it. Call her.
Yeah, call her. She has an Insta? Does she have an Insta? What? Anyway. But yeah, so it's about wraps it up, I think. We had the fun part at the beginning,
Oh, Dolphins. I just want to
mention
the two conversations are coming up. I wanted to ask you, how do you feel? Like, how do you think? I know it's political answers. They got to be politically correct. But based on what you've been following in the news, the conversations with Coach Hafley, even Bobby Slownick, they asked him about Tua. What do you think ends up happening? Because I saw the scenario where we can cut Tua with the salary cap rising, and next year we would have like $115 million with the right extensions to certain players and restructuring deals. We could have like $150 million in 2027 in cap space. How do you feel the Tua situation is going to end up? Because do you feel that we're going to go for like Malik Willis? I know we're going to try to draft a quarterback, but is there any realistic chance that Tua's our starting quarterback next year?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't think so. So we talked about this yesterday on Fitz Talk today with me and Sammy.
Oh, you did?
Who said that? I didn't see that. Yeah, we did. Did somebody say I hope not? I didn't see that.
No, that was me. I just
oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you were reading a comment.
No.
So we talked about this yesterday. We had an episode on this specifically.
Okay.
I'm trying to pull up my notes so I can kind of break it down, but it's all right. We went over like what pre June 1st, post June 1st cut, pre-1st June 1st trade, post. Best thing is post everything.
Yeah.
All the major talking heads, Ian Rappaport, Adam Schefter, have all indicated they do not expect Tua to be in Miami next year. What they're hearing is that he's going to be, off the team. They're just trying to figure out how they're going to do it. Dan Marino said he's great. Bobby Slowick says, I think he can bounce back. They're going to say those things.
Yeah.
First of all, because he's still on the roster. Also, because they're not Coach Spo and they're not trying to devalue his trade value, like with Khalil Ware. So, because they want to try to see if they could trade him. That's the best case scenario, is trade him, eat some of the hit, and then stretch out the hit so it doesn't hurt you as much. I don't know what the cap's going to be next year. So I can't think about, it's going to be 100. It's not going to be 100 and something million in cap. Not going to be. I don't know what it is. I can't imagine. But best case scenario is you trade him, and you trade him post June 1st. You spread out the hit. Doesn't hurt you as much. After 2 seasons, you're done. If you got to cut him, if no one's going to trade for him, because then you think about what teams are going to trade him to. The teams that could be interested.
Who wants to?
The only team that makes sense, the only reason why it doesn't make sense in the end is because it's the Jets. Other than that, if there was anything that makes the most sense, it's the Jets, because he could be a part-time starter, you plug and play, whatever. Because it's the Jets, I wouldn't make that deal. You got the Rams. Even though Spafford said he's coming back, he could be the backup to Matt Stafford.
Eventually take over.
Exactly. Arizona, I don't be, trading for Kyler Murray. I'm not interested in Kyler Murray. But Arizona. But that's the thing. Who would be interested to trade for Tua? If no one's interested, then the best case scenario, if you actually want to get rid of him, is cutting him post June 1st, which at that point then, because if you cut him pre-June 1st, that's $99 million cap hit. It's going to kill you.
Yeah.
Post June 1st, it's still a big hit. You're not erasing the hurt. You're only spreading out the pain. For 2 years, you're doing $67 million, I think, 1 year, and then 30 some odd million the year after. So you're still paying a pretty big chunk of change. In regards of who we're going to bring in or who should we bring in, there's a few options in regards of veterans. I know everybody talks about Malik Willis. First off, I love Malik Willis. I liked him coming out when he got drafted by Tennessee out of Liberty. Great kid, great character. You saw what he did in the Green Bay. I would trust anything Sully and Coach Hafley would do because nobody's had a better seat in the house, a frontwards, than them in regards of Willis.
Especially him as the defensive coordinator.
If they believe Willis is like, hey man, Willis is that guy. Like, I don't think they're going in next season going, we're gonna tank. They're not doing that. They're gonna go try to win. But if they know where their team is gonna be, probably they're like, hey, look, if we're not gonna be winning, or we know why are we gonna pay all this money for a guy to come in when there's no point? If they can work a good deal, great. If they can't, I'm okay with it. I'm not gonna be banging the table for Malik Willis because I don't think this team's gonna be a type of winning type team next year.
Yeah.
There's other veterans out there. You know, if you want to get a vet,
Kirk Cousins.
Get someone like Kirk Cousins, Joe Flacco, probably really cheap. Let him compete with Quinn Ewers, and you got a good veteran like that. Draft, I think that's the best case scenario. You know, I know people talk about Ty Simpson. I wouldn't get him at 11. That would be like a second round type of thing. I know our Fitzstanza would say, you know, nobody from Alabama. I don't care about the school. I really don't. But I'm not getting him at pick 11. There's nobody at 11 that I would pick at quarterback right there, unless it's Fernando Mendoza. So if Mendoza was there, or if we could trade up for Mendoza every day, every day, but not going to happen. So now we're talking second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, whatever. Third round. That's where realistically I'm thinking third, fourth, fifth round is where I'm looking at. Drew Allar. You know, a guy who many believed a couple seasons back, this guy could be a top 10 pick. Struggled last year. Like, if you watch the film from 2 seasons back, you're like, this guy has it all. He's everything you want. I mean, you want a guy who's built like Josh Allen.
Yeah.
That's the guy. You know, he has a big arm, whatever. You watch the film from last season, and you're like, what is this? Bad decisions, scared of the pockets breaking down. But then you look at the whole Penn State team, Singleton, the safety, everybody's messing up. They fired their coach, Franklin, last year. It was just a bad year. So you might get lucky. Plus, he got hurt. You get him in the third round. You let him compete with Quinn Ewers. He starts, great. If he doesn't, good. You have him back there. Then next year, you go draft a guy. Or you have fourth, fifth, you got Nussmeier, but he's 6'1", which it doesn't mean. Nussmeier's a good player, you know, but you get him in the third, fourth round, maybe. What happens with Trinidad out of Ole Miss? Does he play? Does he go back to college? Is he available? If he's available, that's another conversation. He's 6'1". He's not like big, tall quarterback, but he's still a good size, and he's electrifying. He's just a little bit, you know, got to work with him a little bit. So I think the draft is – I don't think Tua's going to be here next year. Shout out to Bobby Schaus of the Divar Pod. He's at the Super Bowl at Media Row. He talked to Adam Schefter a little bit. I saw that one where he asked Schefter, he's like, hey, do you expect Tua on the Dolphins? He said, no. And, you know, do you think Tua? No. He goes, trade, cut. He goes, we'll see. He left.
Yeah.
Ian Rappaport said, we don't know yet. Ian Rappaport said the same thing. Like, basically, you know, no, we don't. Nobody. They're going to try to get rid of Tua. So it is a wait and see.
He's a great quarterback, man. He's a great quarterback. Woo!
Hey,
he might be the best quarterback, even with Cam. And definitely he's way better.
Look, let me tell you something. I loved this past season. I had so much fun watching him in the playoffs. I mean, unbelievable games. I cannot wait. Made me feel like the Panthers. I cannot wait for next season.
Yeah.
I hate that we lost, but I get it, and I can't hate on Indiana or Mendoza. So it's like
they did
whatever.
Great. They did great.
I'm happy for them. But I can't wait for next year. This team is going to be so much. The Hurricanes,
bro. We were a play
so
away.
Much
we were
fun,
a play away from being national champions.
Play
away.
It was a dumb. I'll just say I didn't like the call. You had so much time. You could have bing, bang, boom, boom, boom.
Oh, dude, he had 40 seconds. They could have ran.
What the fuck were you doing? But anyway, it's all right. It's whatever. It's whatever. Okay. We were in the dance. We just have to do it next time. But armchair coach, we could do it. But but no, next year again, you get Drew. You get let's say you get Drew Allar in the third round, possibly, right? Just throwing that name out there. Drew Allar, whomever. You let them compete. Whoever wins. You see what you have. If they're not, if they're decent but not great, whatever, and you end up a top 10 pick, then you go get your guy, whomever that may be, who is ever available at that point. Because who knows? Sellers, Manning may stay another year after that because of NIL. It happens. But you put yourself in position to get a legitimate top 10 guy next season. And even Sully said, he said, look, we're going to be like the Green Bay Packers. We're going to draft the guy every year or every other year. And if we hit on one, if we hit on two, we hit on that's trade value. We get, which is the right way to do. That's the thing to do.
Correct.
You got your guy. He's great. You plug in him. Damn, we just hit on another guy, Alex. That guy should be a starter. Oh, guess what? We trade him. Now we got extra draft capital. That's the way to do it. So they're going to say all the nice things about Tua. That's great. It makes sense, but I think that I think Tua will be moved. I think that's the plan. They're going to figure out how they could do it, how to move on from him. I understand what Dan Marino and Halfley and what they're going to say those things because he's still on the roster.
Yeah.
What if they can't move him or they decide not to cut him? They're going to have to still play nice.
Yeah.
So, but also if you want to trade him, you can't shit on him.
And he might come back in the best shape of his goddamn life and actually play football.
My thing is this. If even though, yes, if you got to do it, you do it. But if the Dolphins turn around and they say, we're going to keep him one more year.
Yeah.
He's going to compete for the starting job. Okay, no, he didn't win the job. He's the backup. Now you have the most expensive backup in the league. But at the same time, you also have probably one of the better backups in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Because if Ewers or whomever goes down, plug and play Tua, you're good.
Hey, I have no issue whatsoever.
My preference, though, would be yes. At the end, I don't want to
you move on. You move on.
Just rip the Band-Aid.
I see a possibility of him staying due to the fact that his new management, if he wins the quarterback position, the quarterback job in training camp, I'm all for it. But I'm just not going to keep him just to keep him. Like, that's not, to me, one of those things. Like I understand, even as a backup quarterback, because it's just a constant distraction. So they might just bite the bullet.
We're going to do a show. We'll plan it. Mom just asked me that, too. Like, are you going to do a show with Alex? And I said, I'm not sure yet. I haven't talked to Alex, but we talked a little before after for sure the show. So we'll do a live show in Hialeah.
Yes. Yes.
Maybe the front porch. We'll set up a studio and everything else.
Yeah.
And maybe we could do our normal thing, just us, or maybe we'll have some guests on. Maybe we get Lou to come over to the house and we could sit with us,
man. Well, it'd be cool. We could get a location in Hialeah that could kind of host us, where we could have like couches, just like a setup. Couches, like a little cafe, like a little coffee shop.
Maybe
we'll figure it out.
It doesn't hurt though to talk on the front porch because that's where we did our best stuff. Was on the front porch.
Of course.
To be a little different, but it's cool. But anyway, guys, hey, look, it's gonna be fun. We got a lot of good stuff here tomorrow, Saturday, 5 p.m. Eastern time. We'll be live with Josh Kimmel for the No Holds Barred Wrestling podcast. We'll be talking about the Netflix series Unreal. I think that's still the plan. That's a great show. I really enjoyed talking to Josh. He's a great dude, Alex. Sunday, I'm off. I'm pretty sure.
Nice. It's Super Bowl. It's Super Bowl. Come on, man.
Well, I can still be on for the Super Bowl. I don't care. Content's content, baby.
But
Monday. It's not freaking, dude. Please. Monday night is the draft show, the Fins Talk draft show. So make sure you tune into that. And then Tuesday, of course, I'm sure Real Talk Fins Talk will be live on FT Senate, but on Fins TV, I'll be on there with Lou and Fins Sammy and the whole all-star cast for the Fins TV Awards show, which is going to be a lot of fun. We're going to dress up. I got my coat ready. I'm going to be good. I got my Alex, did you see my ring?
No, I did not see your ring.
You didn't see my ring for the pick?
No, I did not see your ring. Hold on. I got to see this. Bobby just gets up and walks out in the middle of the camera. That's awesome. Amazing. Great content, by the way. Amazing content.
As my studio totally collapses
behind you.
Like, damn. I feel like the Wizard of Oz, it's like, wow, what a cool setup. And then you're like, oh wait, it's all fake. Yeah, it's a green screen, brother.
Bobby, actually, when Lou says it, we should do the show, Bobby, inside the fountain. In the Hialeah fountain, we should legit put launchers inside the fountain. I'm gonna see if we can pull this off.
Hey, if we could make something like that happen,
what's the fine for us to do this?
I really would. I know Lou. Lou brought up about getting together, watching a game together, something like that. I think that would be really cool.
Yeah,
but I would love to get a chance to sit with Lou, Alex, bring him with East Century Boys. Just have fun, talk about the event, talk about everything.
We got to go to Flanagan's at least one time, all of us, just the guys, everybody that can make it out there, everybody that lives close to us. Oh, what? Damn, look at that championship ring.
Yeah,
Nice,
bro.
man. Nice.
The Pick'em League says legend there. Got a crown on there.
Boom, pick 'em.
Yeah, bro.
That's what I'm talking about.
Fitz TV, man. I'm
That's
excited,
nice,
man.
man. That's nice.
Yeah.
You're gonna bring it, right? You're gonna bring it when you come down. You're just gonna walk around.
What, the
with it.
DCC? It's
Yeah.
There you go.
Yes, bro. Yes.
There you go. There
But
you go.
that's the
Find it.
rules, and we can have a podcast in Big Bakery.
Yeah, we'll have cigars. We'll get cigars, Alex. We'll do
Definitely
the whole thing.
cigars. Cigars, yes. Coffee, cigars, rum.
Yeah. We'll do it
Yeah.
all. We'll have it all. We'll have
Right.
fun. We'll figure it out. We'll stay in contact with Luke because we'll do something. We'll do something fun.
Perfect.
But
Perfect.
anyway, everyone else who's tuning in, if you're watching live or you're watching post show, we appreciate you. Make sure you do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button. Let us know what you think about the Miami Heat, what they should do, or what do you think what they didn't do? How do you feel about that? And what you think they should do in the offseason? What moves do you think the Heat should do? And what do you think about the Dolphins quarterback situation? You know, should they go all in on Malik Willis? Should they go and do the draft? Should they keep Tua? Throw it all in there. We'll respond. We'll do all that. We appreciate you all. Like and subscribe. Most importantly, well, it's just not most importantly because it's an all-around show. Good night, Miami.
Peace.
Yo, Gringos in the house. Straight out of Hialeah, no doubt. East 10th Street, where we play out. Here we bring the Miami crowd. Alex, the boy with the B. Step into rhythm, feel the heat. Street vibes mixing with the Latin tree. In our flow, the two worlds meet.